I was praying for this woman at a conference. I was praying for her, and then she says, will you pray for my son? I go, okay. And she goes, and I go, what's wrong with him? And she goes, well, he's demon possessed. I go, okay. I said, well, where is he? She goes, well, oh, he's right here next to me. He's full grown, so I didn't realize that was her son. But I'm like, okay, well, that's pretty bold. I don't know if I would ever call my kids demon possessed if they were standing there next to me, but I guess this woman was, and I wasn't thoroughly convinced that he wasn't salivating at the lips or mouth or whatever and stuff like that, so I couldn't tell that he was demon possessed. So I looked over him and said, well, I'll pray for him if he wants me to. And I asked, do you want me to pray for you? And he says, yes. So I go ahead and I pray for this guy, and he falls down under the power of God right there as I pray for him. And he gets up, and he's really excited. He gives his life back to Christ, or I pray with him because I didn't know what was going on, but he didn't seem demon-possessed to me. And I found out that really he's just been kind of rebellious because he had a friend that had been in a car accident, and he was in a coma, and so he's kind of like mad at God, kind of like because he didn't understand why God, he, in his mind, had allowed some bad thing to happen. It wasn't God's fault, but he, in his mind, was wrestling with that. And some of us have been in circumstances like that in our lives. And so he's mad at God at this point. So he's doing some rebellious kinds of behaviors. He's not demon-possessed. He's just mad at God. And so anyways, this kid, God touches him, and he's happy. He's made right with the Lord. And so he goes to the hospital where his friend is in a coma. And he starts praying for his friend, and his friend actually passes away in this coma while he's praying for him. And then his friend, he continues to pray for his friend, and his friend comes back to life. And not only does he come back to life, he comes back out of the coma. And when he comes out of the coma, the kid actually says, you know what, when I was gone, I actually met God. And now God sent me back, and the kid said, I want to know God. And so his friend now that went there to pray for him leads him to Christ Jesus. So here's what I believe. If God can use a kid that his mom thinks is demon possessed, I think he can use you.